We're going to get this thing rolling. All right, what up, Mastermind? Happy Tuesday morning. I'm so excited to see you guys' faces. We are coming off of an amazing weekend, an amazing event, like life-changing event. Like you don't go to these events and come back the same. You come back different every single time. So we're going to get into that. We're going to get into some takeaways. So just prep yourself for it, right? For those that attended the event, prep yourself for being able to share about the event and what you got from it. And then we're going to get into some recognition really, really quick. First off, I just want to welcome and acknowledge you guys to our Mastermind Zoom. Thank you guys for being a part of this every Tuesday morning. Thank you guys for plugging in and staying plugged in. I'm sure you understand that when you stay plugged in, you are creating something in your business. Like it happens every single time. You're plugging in, you're plugging in, you're plugging in, and then boom, you get that one thing. You hear that one thing, and you put it into play, and it creates a shift for your business. So if you have experienced that, awesome. There's another one coming. If you have not experienced that, keep plugging in. I'm telling you guys, this is going to happen. Iron sharpens iron. Stay around the people that are in action, especially if you want to be, a career level income earner in this business. It's all about growing yourself. Some of this stuff may not make sense right now. Like I know I was on plenty of Zooms in the beginning, and some of this stuff didn't make sense. Some of the stuff was going over my head. But the more I plugged in, the more I listened, the more I grew. I started to really understand what these leaders were talking about, and I started to have these breakthroughs for myself, and I started to build up faith in myself and belief that I could be a top achiever in the Herbalife business. And lo and behold, it happened, right? Like it happened. So when you hear people say, if I can do it, I know you can do it. That is 110% authentic. Like it is so real when people say that, especially when they're saying it from the stage and they're talking to everybody. They're specifically talking to those people in the back, those brand new people who are just coming in. They're like, I'm telling you, if I can do this, I know you can. So let's get started with some recognition. We're going to start out with the top 5 recognition going on right now. You guys know we have President's team member Sharif Tao that is going to be doing our top 5 mentoring session, right? So that is going to be the top 5 supervisor volume in this month. Whoever ends up in the top 5 in the volume list, next month you're going to get a special intimate session with President's team member Sharif Tao, who he was actually the MC at the LDW. You guys see him, the big buff black dude in suit. That's Sharif. All right, so you got to get a special mentoring session with Sharif. So as of right now, in the top 5, we have coming in at number 1. Give it up for Sylvia. Coming in at number 2, we have my man Jamal Stratton. Coming in at number 3, brand new world team member herself, Carmen Ortiz. Coming in at number 4, we have that fit chick, Andrea Pritchett. And then rounding out number 5, give it up for Emily Rader. Congratulations, guys, being in that top 5. Make sure you keep your spot. Only way you can lose your spot is somebody kick you out. You guys at the top. All right, Emily, is that how you say your last name? Is it Rader?
I was going to butt in. It's Rader.
Rader? Okay, awesome. Now I got it. I won't ever mess it up again. Emily Rader. All right, awesome. So while we're going to go through the rest of the call, for those that have an organization, your royalties should have ran today. All right, so I'm actually going to check mine as well, too. So your royalties should have ran today to let you know as far as what happened last month. All right, so I'm going to pull mine up. I want you guys to start pulling yours up as well, too. For those that have an organization, actually, I'll show you on the screen. So everybody can see what it looks like to actually check and see where the official numbers for your organization end up at. All right, here we go. It might be running a little bit slow, but we're going to muscle through it. So for those that have an organization means that you have supervisors in your first, second, or third level or beyond. All right, so you get royalties. You get 5% on your first, second, and third level supervisors. So you can track where your royalties are, right, based on where people are at currently during the month by going to Supervisor Volume Plus. That's how you check where you currently are. At the end of the month, right, that's where you are. But on the 9th of the next month, Herbalife will audit everything, get all the numbers together, and they will tell you officially where your organization ended at and what the royalty points are. And the royalty points is how you know whether you've hit cuts of stuff. All right, so when Naylor hit active royalty, his royalty points had to be 500 or more. Yes, we were pushing for 8,200 total documented volume from his organization, his 3 levels of supervisors, but we knew officially when the royalty points said 500 or more that he had hit active royalty. So this is where you would go during the month, but when you want to see what the official numbers are, you go to this little person icon right here, you click on My Volume, and then once that populates, you scroll down and you'll see this list, and it says My Volume Summary. Actually, no, Volume History Search. All right, so you see where it has right here, this is January, February, March, April, May. It has everything. Like, this is the official numbers inside of Herbalife. So if you scroll all the way over, you'll see that it didn't actually run yet. No problem. So zeros right here. Wait, hold on. September, yeah. So it typically runs on the night, but it actually hasn't run yet.
Yeah, I was looking, I was like, hold on.
I said this same shit, like, damn,
So
zero.
0, which means it hasn't run yet. I'm sure it'll be sometime today. But this is where you officially see it at. So just to give you guys an idea, these were our cuts of Millionaire Team, right? So you see it 4,000 and something. The 4,000 is what you need for Millionaire Team. 4,063, 4,845, 4,800. So those were 3 consecutive cuts of 4,000 royalty points, which made us officially a Millionaire Team organization. And you can see it dropped a little bit. That's usually what happens when you go through cuts. People are really pushing, and they're kind of giving their all for the push. And then people kind of take a step back and sigh a little bit after it's done, like, all right, now we can breathe. But now we're like, all right, we had a chance to breathe. Now let's get back to work. So you can see it started to go back up again, 3364, 3907. Hopefully this thing will say 4,000 plus so we can collect our first Millionaire Team check. All right. Anybody have any questions about that? Okay, cool. All right, awesome. All right, so we're going to get into our product spotlight first. And during the product spotlight, what I want to start doing is in our product spotlight, I'm going to take that chunk of our product spotlight and actually post that. We can actually post that in our client groups. We can post that on the Facebook page, Global Nutrition and Fitness. We can actually share this stuff with clients as well too, all right? So inside of the product spotlight, after the person does the product spotlight, I would love for us to add in something that we have gotten from using the products. Maybe it'd be the result, maybe it'd be the taste, maybe it'd be how it makes us feel. Like each one of us can add something in for that specific product spotlight after she's done so that we can then take that chunk of our Mastermind Zoom and share that with our clients. Cool? All right. Coming up to do our product spotlight today, we have a person who is an OG in this business, who has been through a lot of ups and downs and has found her strength, found her passion, and found her leadership. I want you guys to give it up for World Team on her way to active World Team, Andrea Pritchett.
Hello. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much for that introduction. You're the best. I appreciate you. So, hey guys, Drea from Jersey. That fit chick. I hope we're not recording today because I just came from the gym. But yeah, so today I'm going over. Darn. As far as don't post it to the client. Sorry. So today I'm doing these. So raise your hand if you guys tried this. Boom. So this is our Herbalife. They call it a cheese bar. Me, I call this my cheat snack. Because it's really not though, but if you tell your mind it is, then you're not going to really want to cheat. So the one I have is chocolate chip, basically chocolate chip cookie dough. So it's just like as if you're eating literally cookie dough. So if you leave it in your car, it will melt the chocolate and you just will love it. So how I make this is I have it as a late night snack. That's when if you have clients that have like their cravings, this will be perfect for them because it's actually healthy. So it's 20 grams of protein and only 4 grams of sugar. So usually the ratio is never like that. It's usually like 2 protein and 100 grams of sugar. But no, Herbalife is just dope, and we healthy. We live this healthy lifestyle. Abs still like shredded, and I eat these literally. I eat these all the time. So I'll have 2. Like one's definitely not enough, and then I'll make my vanilla shake with it. So it's like I'm having cookies and milk. Literally, I'm not though. I'm just getting all my protein ready for these gains. So it's only 230 calories also. So that's actually good. So you can also have this as a post-workout, because after you work out, you should be having protein within 30 minutes. If it's your rebuild, perfect. But you can also have this because it is 20 grams of protein, or just have another protein-based snack. But yeah, any input y'all want in this? So yeah, I know I just love it. They're really good. And oh yeah, so I bake them, cut it up 4 or 5 pieces, put it in the oven for 5 minutes, and boom, that's my cookie. Because it is cookie dough, bake that thing. So yeah.
Boom, awesome, Drizzy. Yeah, I definitely do the same thing. So I'm good as far as like my meal prep and shakes and all that throughout the day. The nighttime is like my struggle. So I usually struggle with like nighttime cravings. Like I want to get into bed. My inner fat boy comes out. I want to get into bed and eat something. That's just my thing, right? So getting the Achieve bars, I would get the brownie or the cookie dough. Either one, brownie is banging too. And I would do the same thing. I would cut them up, put them in the oven 5 minutes. I'll walk upstairs with a plate of Herbalife Achieve bars that are like warmed up and all puffy and taste all good, and I would eat those. And that would actually satisfy my cravings for wanting something bad. So that helped me get like a full day in of like following my plan. During the day, I'm good. At night, it was trouble, and the Achieve bars helped me out so much. Anybody else?
Yeah, I eat them as like an additional source of protein right after my workout because, man, just coming from the gym, sometimes I get caught up in a conversation. Go use the bathroom. I get caught up in a conversation. I definitely have one of those bars on me. I'll open it up and talk and eat the bars at the same time versus missing that window, rushing home and having my rebuild strength. I'll have one of those bars right after I finish working out.
Awesome, bro. Anybody else?
Me, I actually use them. I eat them when I'm having like a long study session. Sometimes we'll do like 1 or 2 hours, but on Thursdays we do 4 hours. And you hear all the other girls, they munching on chips and all kinds of crazy things. All you hear is crunch, crunch, crunch. And I got my bars. By the way, those dark chocolate brownie ones are like my obsession because I used to go to Wawa and buy their brownies, but I used to get 4 of them at a time, and I would eat all 4 of them in one sitting. So these dark chocolate brownie bars, they took those Wawa, they took place at those Wawa brownies, but they're really good when you're like, well, when I'm studying for a long session and I run out of snacks that I've actually packed for myself, I'll pull out a bar, and they're really good. They help.
Awesome, Tori. Yeah, them brownies ones are hitting. And they got little like chocolatey brownie pieces inside of them too. Oh my goodness.
Yo, y'all sound so fat. Yo, you said,
Oh my gosh. Awesome. Anybody else?
Yeah, I actually take them to basketball games. My daughter plays travel ball, and like we have to always be on the go, go, go. So she loves the brownie, and so we just take them. It helps her refuel after a game, but she also likes it a little bit prior to her game because it gives her a little bit of energy and that extra oomph that she needs to, perform her best. So I love them.
So smart. Very, very smart. And it's so easy to carry too. Convenient. And it's so cool because we can be fat people about it because they still healthy. You know what I'm saying? Like we can, exercise our inner fat people and enjoy these Herbalife bars. All right, awesome. Give it up for our product spotlight by Andrea Pritchett. All right, so we're gonna get into LDW, y'all. We're gonna get in. Like, we're really gonna get into LDW. I hope you guys are in that space right now. So LDW was our leadership development weekend. The schedule, the calendar of Herbalife is 2 STSs and 1 big quarterly event. All right, 2 STSs, 1 big quarterly event. So October LDW is the one we just went to. After that, we have November STS, December STS, quarterly event, which will be the January kickoff. So it's 90-day plans. Like, Herbalife has chunked it down into 90-day plans for you to lead up to these big events. So props to everybody who attended the Leadership Development Weekend. We had 20K Senior Executive President's Team, Style Bell. We had 20K Senior Executive President's Team, Sandy Giosa. You're talking about 7 years in the business for Style Bell and over 20 years in the business for Sandy Giosa. The reason Herbalife puts these combos together is because they want to give you the perspective of somebody that's moving really fast. And they also want to give you the perspective of somebody who has years in the business, like a stable business, right? That Mark Hughes. So they give you a little bit of the new generation, and they give you some Mark Hughes. It is so smart how they put these events together, and they put these combos of trainers together too. So we had an amazing training from both of them. Amazing, amazing, amazing. And we want to get into a few things. So one of the things we want to get into today, and I want you guys to really like come from a space of there's no judgment. There's nothing you can say that's like a right or wrong. You don't have to put on a presentation. Like, I want you guys to come from your heart as far as why you attend these events, what you get from these events, and then what do you feel when you leave these events, right? And everybody's going to have an opportunity to share that actually went to the event. I want you guys to really get authentic about it. Like, why are you coming to these events, right? Like, we had people who drove over 7 hours to come to these events. And to get home probably took them over 10 hours to get home, right? We had people that drove from Connecticut to come to this event, right? And that's not even a knock to the people who are like 40 minutes away, because you guys have been consistently coming to these events too. It's not easy to chunk away a weekend to go get trained on leadership, business, career, personal development, mindset. It's not easy, but it's worth it. It's definitely worth it. So we're going to give everybody an opportunity to share. Let's start out with a brand new first-time person, right? And I'm going to introduce this person just because this is their first time coming to an LDW. It's first time coming to an Herbalife event, and it just happened to be in LDW. They just signed up as a distributor the week before, and she drove over 3 hours from Connecticut to New Jersey to come to this event. And this was all of our first time meeting her. This was my first time meeting her face to face, and just being around her, it made perfect sense of why she's a part of this team, and part of this company, and a part of this mission. I want you guys to give it up for brand new coach to the team, Vanisha.
Thank you so much for that introduction. And I also wanted to thank you and Candace for opening your doors to me. I appreciate the hospitality. And also to everybody that I met down there. It was so good meeting you guys. You guys were warm, welcoming, and I love being a part of this team. But what was the questions? I forgot, sorry.
So the question was, what made you actually want to come to the event? Like, I know you were invited, but what was the thing that made you actually say yes and actually come and drive over 3 hours to come? What were you getting while you were at the event? And what was different about you when you left the event?
Okay. The reason why I wanted to come is because I am so brand new. So I wanted to learn as much as I can about this company. I also wanted to meet you guys, and I also wanted to see what the event was like because I heard good things about it. So when I got there, the energy in that room, it was 8 o'clock in the morning, and people were yelling, yelling, cheering, dancing. So I like it was the fire in that room. I can't explain it. And now, now it just gave me that fire that I needed to come back home and really dive in and start this business.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Love it, Vanisha. Congratulations on attending your first Herbalife event. And I think it was,
thank you.
It was it was meant to be that it was an LDW with the people that you saw. Cause I think the event itself was like from top to bottom, just simple, basic Herbalife. Like very,
Yeah.
very simple Herbalife. So I think it was meant to be for you to come into that kind of event. So awesome. Congratulations, Denisha. Nerla, I'll give you the opportunity to introduce the next person because we're going first timers, first time at an Herbalife event, and this was their first time. So I'm going to pass it up to you now.
Thank you, Damon. I want to give this lady a shout out for making an ultimate sacrifice. You know, a lot of the times we have to stretch ourselves in order to get to places in life. And I will have to say that she really, really, really stretched herself and really stepped outside her comfort zone in multiple ways. And it was a pleasure to have her at this event for her first event at LDW. So, Carmen, if you're on, I'm on my cell phone, so I can't see. But if you're on, I would like for you to share what made you come to this event, what you got out of it, and wait, am I missing one more, Damon?
Just what's different now that you've left the event? Like, what's different about you now? What have you learned?
Okay, what did you learn? Like, what's different about you now that you left that event?
Hello, guys. What made me go to this event was it was time. It was overdue. Like, it was overdue. That's it. I had to do it. What I got from it, it was like a couple smack in my face because I was the first one complaining about why we got to pay to get trained and why everything is investing. So and the first thing that Styles said was that he had $90 in his pocket and he used those $90 for his first event. So right there, I was like, oops, shut up, Carmen. Keep on investing your money. So that part right there just opened up my eyes. Like, you really have to sacrifice in order for you to win. Like, you have to work. You have to give 110, 120, not just 100. So with that being said, I came back with a whole different mindset. I came back to just work. And I've been working since 5 o'clock this morning. Got a customer, new client, got a couple orders put in. And I just realized that that's all it takes. It takes your own personal time for you to make it happen, because ain't nobody gonna make it happen for you. So it is what it is. I love it. I'm gonna stay on it. Next level, here I go. That's all I gotta say.
Boom, drop the mic on him, Carmen. That's what I'm talking about. All right, so we're gonna open it up for everybody that was at the event. Oh, my bad. It was the first time?
So I just want to give a special shout out to this amazing woman. She's always a yes to everything. A yes to, you want to come to the HOM on Thursdays. She's just a yes to anything. And she's an amazing cook. She's been doing our potlucks for 2 months in a row, and it's been tasting amazing. I've been working on all new results every time I eat it, man. But I just want to give a special shout out to Natasha Carter, man, for definitely showing up to the event, to her first LDW. So after the event, how do you feel? Like, you know what I mean? No, how are you feeling after the event?
Wow. Well, the LDW was amazing. I just was like, wow, the energy, the room was filled with hundreds of people, like, thirsty for the knowledge that was spit. Styles definitely kept the audience in a maze because his stage presence was just immaculate, and his story just touched a lot of people, especially me, even though I've had it hard and I have it rough, but I can truly relate to how he sacrificed a lot of things. But after coming from the LDW, I was like, you're not doing enough, Tasha. Like, you're just not doing enough. Like, I am not putting 100% into what I'm doing. And I know why. It's because I'm just like, I'm scared to talk to people. And everything that he just kind of like, him, Sandy, touched on, the guest speakers, I'm sitting there like, yeah, that's me. Yeah, that's.
You mean it out, Tosh.
I'm sorry. Then I'm like, my sponsor turns around, he looks at me. Don't that sound familiar? Don't you do that? I'm just like, stop looking at me, okay? Stop. Okay. I know I do that. So I could relate to a lot of things that they were saying. And what I find that I do a lot is make the business difficult than what it really is. Like I really, really be like in my head, like, girl, bye. Like it really is that simple, but I really make it complicated. And what I got from that is just it's okay to make mistakes along the way, because I'll be trying to be a perfectionist at it. And I'm like, well, if I don't get it right the first time, it's going to, it's going to look like I'm not doing what I'm supposed to do. But I came back fired up. I came back with information. I came back with wisdom. I came back with it's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to be me, find my way, find my leadership, stay consistent and stick to it. Don't give up, no matter what the sacrifice, no matter what the conditions are, no matter what your surrounding is, stay focused and you will weather the storm. So I definitely had a lot of take backs and a lot of insight that I kept with me. And I took some notes. So I got that all in my book. And I was just like, wow, LDW is on smash. I can't wait till extravaganza. So yeah, I had a wonderful time. And I just can't thank everybody enough, because it was just like powerful. And everybody was super happy, super everything, so it was a good experience. And I think anybody who has not gone to an LDW should. Thanks.
Wow. That was powerful.
Yeah, it was, Taj. It was awesome. You can definitely hear the difference in your energy and your pictures you post, and you popping, queen. Yes. I love how Herbalife brings your confidence out in you. All right, guys. So the person I'm bringing up, so every event, they always say, like literally, they always say, find your one. And literally, once you have that one, like you'll just believe, like anything's possible. So I found my one. So definitely, Jamal's my one. I found him when I was like working on my way to get to like the supervisor. When I actually wanted to be like, you know what, I'm gonna actually start this business and actually take it serious. So when he came around, and then he was like, you know what, I'm going to extravaganza too. Within a week, I'm like, no, you're not, bro. Like, but then it's like, yes, you are. Okay, people actually want to go and they actually want to do this business. So I'm pretty sure, like, I don't know if I didn't have Jamal, like, would I still be in this business? Who knows? But it don't matter. I got my one who literally shows up. I don't have to text him, but are you coming, or beg him to go and be like, where's your ticket, or like none of that. And I know it's gettable because I've been in this business for about 3 years. Like even like as a client, I showed up to everything. I switched my whole work schedule around just for like our GM class workout hours, and Jamal would do like the same exact thing. So for 3 years, I never ever miss event, like never. Like even at this weekend, I had like, you have those roadblocks not trying to get you there, but like no matter what, we both show up. So go ahead, Jamal. You know what to say.
Yeah. I want to say I appreciate it, man, because Lord knows, like if I wasn't doing Herbalife, boy, I'd probably be like 300 pounds right now, honestly. But yeah. So the LDW was lit. Like it's always something new to get, and I'm gonna touch on that. Like I don't know what Damon's follow-up question that he wants to ask, so I'll probably answer it then. But the LDW was like strictly amazing. Like it doesn't matter where you are in the marketing plan, you can always learn something. Don't think that I don't got the answers. Like from anybody that I sponsor that's on this Zoom, you guys teach me stuff. Like teach me patience, teach me how I actually care about somebody. Understand what I'm saying? Like I'm not heartless, but it's just that you guys teach me. Understand what I'm saying? So I always learn something new from coming to these events. And like I remember Styles saying, and I always said this, I keep going. I keep pushing for my last name and not my first name. And I'm forever keep this going because I forever want my child, when I finally have a child, to never have to put an application in. So that's the reason why I got to keep going. There is no plan B. This is it right here. So I'm all in. So appreciate it.
Awesome, bro. Awesome. We can just open up the floor for those that attended. Just share like what motivates you to come to these events. If it was your first or your 30th, what were some of your takeaways? And then also, what was different after you left? Like, what did you learn? What did you implement? What was your emotions, your energy? Like Tasha sharing, like, I'm scared to talk to people. I'm not doing enough. I'm scared to talk to people, and it's just in my head. Like that's probably one of the biggest breakthroughs for everybody in Herbalife. Like every single person in Herbalife was nervous to talk to people. And then they heard that one thing that made them say, all right, let me just try it. And then they talked about it. Yeah, you were nervous. Yeah, you might have stumbled over your words, but you didn't die. You're like, damn, I've been making such a big deal out of this. It's not going to kill me. It's not going to hurt me. But it could make my dreams come true. Like overcoming that 5 seconds of fear to have a lifetime of access, right? So just anybody open up the floor for those that attended LDW and share.
I'll go. Hey guys. So I show up because like I started Herbalife because my entire family, I'm 1 out of 10 kids, moved to Georgia, and I took that leap of faith. Was like, I don't care, like I'm staying in Jersey. I needed to finish school, and so I didn't have anyone. So actually going around, and I was like, wow. So basically, like, everyone in Herbalife became like my family, like my closest friends. Like I can tell some people like anything and everything, and like not be judged. So like over like the past week, I was feeling. Like I cut my hair and do all that weird stuff. I was just feeling like honestly like ugly, and like my confidence definitely was down. I wasn't even posting pictures. I was getting my 10-10 done, but not from posting pictures like of myself. Like people probably like Drea don't have confidence. What? She's loud and da. But when it comes to like going to events, like so many people are like, oh my God, your hair is just amazing. Just hearing those little things and people just saying like so much stuff about you, it's like, oh wow, like why would I even like doubting my stuff? It's like Herbalife people definitely like uplift you, like they're most positive, happy people ever, and I always wanted to be like that. That's why like I joined and like will forever like come around, because it's like even if we're not around each other, you don't get that from being around like your so-called like friends and stuff. I was talking to like a potential coach yesterday, and he was talking, and like he texted me and was like, wow, like thank you like basically for uplifting me. And I was like you don't get that from like your friends. I was like, well, yeah, you definitely need to change your circles. Like with Herbalife, it definitely changed my circle. I don't hang out with anybody. But at this moment, no one, if you don't do Herbalife, I'm not. That was a call. You still hear me? Perfect. So yeah, I just show up because I need that energy in my life, and I'll forever show up. And after events, it just makes me like, I'll be like here, and I just know I can literally do like anything I put my mind to. Like after Styles said he was riding a bike to get to work at 26. How are you? Hi, good. How you doing? I'm great. At 26 years old, and I'm like 22. I walked into a dealership at 18 and bought a car because I didn't have it that bad. So it's like if he can do it, I can do it. So like since the event, I got 2 clients been talking about the business differently, because it's just like, yo, I'm going to Prez Team. I'm gonna be a 23-year-old Prez Team making way over $20K a month because I know I can do it because of events. You get that vision from events. You're not gonna get that from a call. You're not gonna get that type of energy. You're just not. So definitely like, yeah, that's why I go.
Awesome, Jersey. So powerful. So powerful.
I'll go. So, what'd you say?
So let's just flow with it from one person to the next.
So, what I got, one of them was, you could be a boss or a leader. And I was like, damn, like, you know what I mean? Like, I get it, because that a boss will only show you just enough. A leader will show you how to pass them. And sometimes I catch myself, you know, being a boss, like just like, yo, do this, do that, do this, do that. And then I try to remember sometimes I remind myself, like, bro, like, you gotta show them how to get there. And in order for the best way to show somebody is by you doing it first. Not just telling them, yo, you should do this. You should do it first. So like sometimes I look at, even though volume's not a big deal to me, but I can look at, say, Sylvia's volume and say, boom, like her volume's higher than mine. Now, if I'm trying to teach her how to get to the 5K, the best way to do it is, yo, hit 5K and show her how you did it. If you want her to hit 5K, show her how you did it. So I thought that was super powerful. You can be a boss or lead. You can be all you can be if you work for it. You can be all you can be if you work for it. So sometimes you limit yourself, like you're like, well, that's probably good for him, but probably not for me. But you're the only one that's stopping your growth. And I stopped my growth like plenty of times. Sometimes I'm like, no, I can't do it. Like last month, I felt like I really doubted myself last month, like truly doubted myself last month. But I was like, yo, like, come on, bro. Like, you're Jamal. Like, I'm not trying to be funny, but I was like, come on, bro. You're Jamal. Like, you could do this. Like, cut it out. And I was dead serious. Like, that's how I hype myself up. I got to hype myself up sometimes. So I'm like, yo, you're Jamal. Like, you got to let that go. And honestly, and also what I got, and I was having a conversation with Style, and I heard this plenty of times, you're the only person that will talk yourself out of it. And don't let what you're telling yourself, you would not be friends with somebody that's saying, yeah, you can't do this, you can't do that, can't do this. So why are you doing it to yourself? Understand what I'm saying? Why are you telling yourself you can't do it if you went here and hang out with somebody that told you can't do it? So wherever you feed your mind is what it's going to show in your business and show in life. So that's what I got from it.
Hey, guys, I'm gonna go next.
There's nothing wrong with saying that you're the best, because that's the way I push myself. I say all the time, I'm like, I'm Carmen. Carmen make things happen. Carmen ain't scared. Carmen got this. Why not? And then when I can't do it with Carmen, I go with my nickname. I'm Tita. Tita does everything. What? Tita ain't scared. Tita got this. And that's how I do it. So ain't nothing wrong with that. We got this.
You're a good one, Carmen.
All right, so the reason why I show up to events, because as a leader, this is my goal to lead leaders, and that's what leaders do. They show up to events. They show up to everything. They don't miss anything. Also, too, I'm very clear on what it takes to build a strong organization, because I'm not just being led by these speakers, but I'm being led by my sponsor, and that's what he do. When I was able to qualify for production, that's what I did. So when it comes down to showing up to events, I follow up. I duplicate exactly what my sponsor do, and what I got out of the event was to be very present, man. Be very clear, be real, but also acknowledge how they feel. Like the way he was just keeping it real. He was like really hitting people hard, but right before he would ask permission to basically to keep it real with you, and also apologize for those who it might hurt, and that was really deep how he gave the training. And also too, the whole thing about his bike, like how he kept talking about his bike, because a lot of people won't do that. A lot of people won't. A lot of people will give up when it start getting harder. And I just really relate to that, because I remember it was a time in my life when I was really running through storms, and I mean on foot, and people don't believe it, but that's part of my story that I'm proud about, and that's part of his story that he's proud about. So as we go through our struggles, it's very important for us to appreciate those struggles, because those struggles are going to take us to those new heights in our life. And coming out of that LDW, I just was really grounded and really, really want to love on my team for whatever they put in. Yes, sometimes, they're not hitting 2,500, but you know what? I want them to know that every volume point that they put in, I know that's a reflection of somebody's life that's being touched. And I just want to love them for where they are, and just help them get to help those who want to get to the next level. So that's what I'm very clear on. And Damon, again, I will forever thank you for this opportunity, because without you, I wouldn't be able to attend these LDWs. I wouldn't know it. I wouldn't know what an LDW is. So thank you again for this opportunity.
Appreciate you, bro. Val's want to share?
You done? Oh, yeah, I'll go. So I go to these events because I kind of feel lost. I guess I want to say, yeah, I kind of feel like lost when I don't go. Once you get in the habit of attending events and being being around like your Herba family, and all the positivity that comes with it, and then you miss a few, and then it's like, dang, like, what do I do now? It's just like it just feels awkward. So being at the events brings the positivity, the family environment. It's happy clappy, which I'm a happy person. Like, my personality blends in very well with all the energy and stuff that goes on at the events. So on top of that, it's just like the teaching that you get is, you would never get that being at a job or it's like somewhere in the corporate America. You don't get that. It's just like when you are coming into a business, people, they go the opposite way. Like, they don't want to teach you. They don't want to teach you because they don't want you to surpass them. They don't want you to be on their level. They want to keep you down here so they can say, oh, well, she's not making what I'm making, and, I'm better than her or him, or vice versa. But my main takeaway, oh, man, and this hit hard. When Sandy said there's a difference from having a poverty mentality and being broke. That just like opened up the whole nother can of worms. I've never heard someone say something like that. It's like, man, you go around saying, well, I don't have, I'm broke. But mentally is all it is. You're mentally broke, but you have, if you might not have what you want to have, but there's always someone out there that's worse off than you. That's how I took that. So me saying that I'm broke, maybe financially I might not have any money, but I'm not broke all in the same sense. Like, I have, family, I have a home, I have food, I have, hot water and things like that. So saying that you're broke is totally different than from having that poverty mentality. So that really stuck out to me. And also, like Maul said, being a boss is different than being a leader. Like, that was crazy. Everybody's like, oh, I'm a boss chick, I'm a boss up, I'm a boss that. But when they broke it down like that, a boss gives you just enough info to keep you coming back. When they said that, I took it like, oh, it's just like these doctors and these pharmaceutical companies. They give you these, just enough medication to keep you having to come back, to stay on the medications. That's how I took it. So those were my main takeaways, which I did get a lot of notes and takeaways, but those were the two main ones that I got. And how do I feel after an event? First of all, I'm always more excited for the new people, the people that have never been to an event before, like I always say, because I know how I felt after my first event. And so I know what to expect from me, but just being a new person, and like Carmen has been taking the products and doing the business all this time and never been to an event, like, ever. I didn't know that. I thought she maybe been to an event before, but for her to be doing so good and not ever being at an event before until now, like, that was like, wow. That was a wow moment for me. So for all the new people, I thank you. I appreciate you for even taking the time to even travel like you did to get to an event, your first event, and then just like absorbing everything. And then like me, I'm just like overwhelmed, of course, appreciative of the teachings that Style Bell is like so real. It's ridiculous. And then Sandy dropping all those nuggets, and it was simple stuff. that me making it seem like Tasha said, we make the business harder than what it really is. But when they break it down, it is so simple. And it just reminds you of how simple it is and lets you know, get out of your way, get out of your mind, and go back to the basics. So yeah, that's what I got out of all of that.
Awesome, Toya. Before anybody else go, I just want to highlight one thing too. Like, so we go to these events to get vision, but how cool is it that Carmen coming down gave vision to Toya? Like that right there. I'm so present to like how powerful we are together that just us being there shows somebody vision. The guy that shared at the HOM, he was a principal of a school. He stopped me outside and he was like, "Thank you, brother. It's always good to see a brother, you know, doing his thing and being successful in the business that pays vision." And I was like, "Well, man, I don't know how much you know about me, but I said, but just knowing that you're a principal of a school, I know some people would hesitate to recruit you because they're like, he's already successful. So for you to share your story on stage as a principal of a school, it's showing people like, don't prejudge anybody. People are looking for this opportunity. People are really looking for this opportunity. So I just wanted to point that out. Like, thank you so much, everybody that traveled, because you came to get something, but you also gave something in you being there. So I appreciate you. Anybody else want to share, LDW?
I just want to share one more. It was a pleasure. Carmen, I'm speaking to you. It was a pleasure pinning you, not just one time, but 2 times at the LDW. It was definitely something that felt like I have done it before. I believe the reason why I felt like I've done it before is because I watched so many other people get the I believe it's a gift to be able to do that, because it shows that you're building a team. It shows that you're teaching duplication. It shows that it's recognition. I mean, on a whole nother level. I really felt like it was like you was walking the stage like on a graduation, you know, and it's just like it felt really good to pin you, Carmen, after knowing the sacrifices, after knowing all the headaches I know I gave you, and you know you gave me migraines, and I still do give you headaches, and just to see the smile, man, like your smile, then see the love that you're getting on Facebook from your family, like that right there is what Herbalife is about. Leaving people better than how you met them, yo. That's what it's about right there. And I mean, bringing smiles to people's faces that forgot how to smile. Damien did that for me. I was numb. You know what I'm saying? And look, I'm doing it for you, Carmen. And I'm doing it for other people. And you're doing it for other people. That's what it's about, y'all. That's what a volume point record represent. That's when doing your 10-10 represent. Because those people are going to come back because they see the happiness. And they're going to be like, you know what? I just want to be happy. I don't really need to lose weight. But maybe I can start eating breakfast, you know, but I need to be happy. And that's what we get to represent, y'all. So thank you again, Damon, for allowing me to be able to experience, not to just be here, but to experience something new, something that's going to just really make an impact in my kids' life. So thank you.
Thank you, bro. We appreciate y'all so much. So I'm gonna pass it off to somebody. I know she's probably like waiting, but she's gonna share. I guess I'm gonna introduce her so she can share. Yeah. But so I wanted to say this, right? So I don't know how it looks from the outside, but you know, doing this business, like a lot of people are like, you know, you're full time. You know, you make your own schedule. Like, it's super easy. It's not always the easiest thing, especially when you have a child, especially when your wife is pregnant. Like, it's not easy. We had a babysitter on Friday. We had a babysitter on Saturday. Sunday, we did not have a babysitter, right? My wife, who's 7 months pregnant, She was an MC at the event. I watched this woman get out the bed and her hip hurts and her back hurts and her knees hurt and she's like crumpled over walking to the bathroom. Like I hear her breath when she's getting up, like how much it is to carry around a human being inside of her belly. And then to watch her get on the stage and rock the stage was just amazing. And then to also have our son there on Sunday, we were literally tag teaming watching him in the lobby. And it may look seamless, but it's not. It's not the easiest thing to do. Like to be at an event and have your child in the lobby and you're communicating back and forth. All right, you get this section and I'll watch DJ. All right, now let me get back in so I can get this section and you go watch DJ. It was a point where she was like, yo, where you at? Where you at? Like you been in there for too long. Like, come on out. I want to get the $6. I'm like, I just got in here. I literally just got. It's been like 35 minutes. It's not easy, but it makes it very clear to me that she is just as committed as I am, if not more, because I don't know what I would be able to do if I was carrying around a human being. I have no idea, right? And so that's the commitment that she has. So I want you guys to give it up for Millionaire team member Candace Van Ness.
That's funny. Thanks, Damon. No, I was not waiting for you to introduce me. I was going to go after Neller. But this event was obviously awesome. Damon and I have been doing this business for the past 6 years. I'll never forget the first time I missed an event. It was when I was pregnant with DJ. I was maybe like on my 9th month. Well, I missed Extravaganza because I couldn't fly. And I was just so disappointed, not in myself, but for the fact that I knew that there were going to be people there that counted on my story. Like I knew that I mattered in that moment. And there's going to be circumstances such as that where maybe you can't make an event, but it's just something that I never wanted to do. I never wanted to miss an event because number one, I feel like going to an event is like getting a wellness checkup. So if you think about it, when you're born, you got to go to the doctors. When the first week when you're born, you got to go to the doctors, the first month, the first 3 months, and so on and so forth. And I feel like as adults, we stop going to the doctors. And in our business, like an event is like your wellness checkup. It's an opportunity for you to evaluate where your business is actually stands. So the more events that you go to, the more opportunity that you get a chance to evaluate yourself and see where your business is, because there's going to be success stories and people sharing about their journey. And if you're not able to connect their story to where you are, you'll never know where you are in your business, or your pulse will get lower and lower and lower and lower. And eventually you're just not doing the business anymore. So every time Damon and I have gone to an event, it's like our pulse just keeps rising. Obviously not to the point of like exertion, but to the point where that's how our business continues to thrive. And then we start inviting new people. Obviously the new people is like the fuel, that's the nurses that come in and give you the shot or schedule your next appointment. Like you guys are the one that encourage us to also come back, because we want to be there for you. And we want you to know that not only does our story matter, but your story matters when being there also. So this event was obviously really cool. And after every event, Damon and I, after everyone leaves, we're in the bed. When the event is over, we say to each other, hey, what did you get out of that event? And I noticed over the years, it has changed. In the beginning, it was maybe 1 or 2 things that we say, okay, this is what I got out of it. I need to get more customers, or I need to get more coaches, or I need to be more consistent, or whatever those little things may be in the beginning. But now I've noticed that the more events that we go to, we're like, yo, we're right on track. We're right on track. We're right on track. So the more that we go and have an opportunity to say we're right on track, that means our wellness, right? Our business wellness is getting into balance. So what happens when you get into balance? You're going to start reaching your goals. When you're out of balance, things are you're just going to be trying to juggle, pick up the pieces. So that's what the events have done. I know for me, and of course, Damon too. And obviously the speakers, there's nothing that they could say that will make me be like, nah, I ain't listening to that. That ain't true. They don't understand, because they do understand, because they've already been through it. They already made the necessary commitment, the necessary sacrifices for their family, for their friends, for their time, everything, every excuse that I could possibly come up with, the person that is on the stage speaking has already been through it. So what am I going to do? I'm going to continue to come to hear the stories. I'm going to continue to be a contribution, obviously, to the leadership in our region, because if it wasn't for them, Damon and I wouldn't have this opportunity the way that we do, because all we had to do at the beginning was just show up. We didn't have to organize anything. We didn't have to set up any chairs. We didn't have to make any deposits on hotels to make sure our guests can come. We just showed up and paid and purchased our ticket. You get some really awesome gifts, like we got a really cool cooler. And I use all of my stuff. We got a really cool cooler. We got a really great journal. And it's just awesome just to be around other people. I ran into this girl, her name is Lauren. If you guys ever have an opportunity to speak to her, she's a single mom doing a business, and she goes to everything. And she has done that throughout her entire pregnancy and continued even after her child was born. So her child is maybe 6 or 7 months now. And I ran into her after the event, and I was just like, you know, I want to thank you, because there's people like you who encourage me to keep going. Like, I have a partner who I can do this with, but then when I see someone who's doing it by themselves, I'm like, I have to show up for her just as much as she's showing up for someone else. She's showing people how to do it, how to be successful. And you're not going to get that by not coming to an event. Like, you're not going to meet those people. You're not going to see that. You're not going to have that connection. So LDW, obviously, is the bomb. Like, how can you miss it? You know, it's about 15 people on the line right now. You go to an event, it's 600 people. There's a difference in energy and what you're going to feel. So I really would encourage all of us to just set aside what you think. Set aside what you think you might get out of an event, or what you think you might miss out of your like normal life, like what you might miss, where you might miss money or time with your family or whatever. Set that aside for a day, right? To create something new, not just for yourself, but for your family, your friends. Like, it's the opportunity of a lifetime that we have. And by missing an event, you miss that opportunity for yourself and for them. So I'm looking forward to next month, STS. It's going to be awesome. I'm going to keep going like up until my 9th month. Like, it's nothing going to stop me. And I do want to share this with you guys. On Saturday night, I asked my brother to watch DJ, and I told him what time I would need his services. And you guys, his response was, number one, that was too early, which for me is too early. And so I could understand why he would have that reason. And then his second response was, I don't even want to watch my own. Why would I want to watch someone else's, right? And so I had to really think about that. Why would I want someone who doesn't want to watch their own child watch mine? So Damon and I, we took that opportunity to bring DJ and just switch off so that people can see, you know what, it doesn't matter what other people are saying no to. It matters what you are saying no to. And there's a saying that says, don't let your why be your excuse. And there was a moment where I almost let that happen because I was going to take what he said personal. But I said, you know what, DJ, you getting up right with us. It's going to prepare you for your future. So we bought them. We had a great time. It was awesome. And I got a chance to, in between sessions, speak to other people about what they were doing with their business. So it worked out perfectly. All right, I know that was long-winded, but so I'll pass it back to you, Dave.
That was perfect.
So we can end the call just like that.
That's it.
That's it.
I'm just giving y'all upcoming dates. What's next? Like, for real. I'm dead serious. Next event, November 10th, STS. Lock it in. Put it in your calendar. All right, put it in your calendar. Oh, one thing I wanted to do, I did want to give a special recognition to the people who were on production for the event. I want you guys to give it up for Jamal and Naylor Robinson for contributing to the event, showing up early, staying afterwards. Like, like Candace said, in the beginning of our business, all we had to do was just show up. We pay a ticket and we just show up, right? But we were able to do that because there were people in production who were making that event happen. And once we started getting into the business and building relationships, we found out, oh, you can contribute. So we started contributing. So I appreciate you guys for that. Thank you guys. I know it was cool to be there early and get the good seats and all that stuff too, but how cool is it to be there at the end, sitting in a circle with Sandy and Style and hearing. One of the biggest takeaways for me was listening to Style and how, even though his check is probably bigger than Mark Matika's check, he's still humble and he's still listening and learning. He's listening to Mark Matika. He's taking the coaching. Like, somebody that's that successful so fast is still in a state of learning. That was one of my biggest takeaways. What's next for me to learn? I want to remain coachable throughout this entire journey. What's next for me to learn? So November 10th is the next STS. You guys know, 90-day plan, right? So what is that? We have an STS, and then what's coming up next? January kickoff. January kickoff is the 12th through the 13th. So make sure that you have that on your calendar, the 12th through the 13th. So January kickoff is a 2-day event. Actually, let me give you guys December as well, too. Make sure you guys write it down. This is our next 90-day plans, right? We work event to quarterly event. So we have November 10th STS, then we have December 8th STS, and then we have January 12th to the 13th kickoff. All right, all three of those events are at the Clarion Hotel in Philadelphia. Make sure that you have that weekend set aside for yourself. You guys know, for those that are traveling, you already know, just get here. Just get here. We'll make sure you're taken care of. But here's the thing. You've been to your first event already, all right? What's next is you come back with someone else. This is how we grow our organizations. We come to the events, no matter what, boom, done it, right? We already know that. Mindset done. No matter what means no matter what. We come to the events. Now it's about who are we going to bring to these events. And last but not least, we have our East Coast Takeover promo. All right? East Coast Takeover promo. Let me check real quick and make sure I can see who is officially qualified so far for the first month. First month qualifications done on our squad are Sylvia. Give it up for Sylvia, y'all. And the second person that qualified for the first cut of the East Coast Takeover promo is Jamal Stratton. Congratulations, y'all. 500 points get you the first cut of the promo. It also gets you inside the chat. There's a specific chat just for the promo. All right, so once you hit your 500, you'll be added to that chat. And that's all we got, y'all. What a powerful, powerful mastermind, because we had a powerful, powerful LDW. I'm going to tell you guys what we're going to go over for the next one. Usually I'll ask, but I'm just going to tell you, because we've been collecting things that people want to talk about for a little bit, and sometimes we don't have time. So I'm just going to let you guys know. Next week, we're going to go through the whole process from how to get clients to following up with them, to tracking their progress, to celebrating clients. We're going to go through that whole deal. All right? Then after that, on the next one, we're going to go from that whole process to how to get coaches, to how to get them to hit their cuts and get them to supervisor and get them plugged into. All right, so this is going to be a 2-part series that we're going to go through the whole thing. For those that are at LDW, they talked about having both oars in the water, right? Getting clients, also recruiting coaches for your business. If you only got one oar in the water, you're both going to be doing a circle. Once you drop that other oar in the water, now you can actually move forward. All right, so we're going to go through a 2-week series of how to do both oars of this business, so each one of us moves forward. All right, I'm going to have this recording for you guys very, very soon. Thank you guys so much for being a part of this. Is there anybody that would like to step up for next week's product spotlight so I can write that down? Anybody want to step up?
I'll do it.
Boom, Toya it is. Thank you so much, Toya. All right, Mastermind, I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for being a part of this. Let's get to work, y'all. Let's all get inside of that first cut promo Telegram. Why not, right? Like, why we can't be in there? It's only 500 points. Let's just get that done and out the way, and then we'll move forward with smashing the rest. I love y'all. Have a recording available soon. We are out.